Hi, Lee.
Hi,
Hi, how are you doing today?
pretty good, but the workload is a little bit overwhelming, but so far so good.
So you're doing well, all right?
Yeah.
Can we get started to the performance evaluation today?
Yes.
So let's start with the performance evaluation today. So the purpose of today's meeting is to discuss the performance and also to compare your goals with the actual results. And also I will give you some more suggestions, then I will provide some concrete action steps for the future.
That sounds good to me.
Yes. Okay, so this is the evaluation and also your results comparing to our goals that I have reported. And this is your self-evaluation. This is my evaluation for you. So there is some differences in this part, in internal management, and also there is some core competence differences between our results. So we're gonna get into that later.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Okay. So me,
Yes.
so this is my evaluation of you, and this is your self-evaluation.
Okay. I see.
So as you can see that in the sixth question, we have evaluated differently. And can you please tell me the reason why that you rated this at 9? It's your operation timeline.
Okay. So at the very beginning of our phases, you have give us a clear of the hours operational timeline and what is our focus and actions for each month.
Yes.
That is why I think that I still follow it correctly up to now to deliver the result. So that is why I give it a 9.
Yes, so as we reported,
Yes.
that you are 1 week late due to the due date, and because the average process time is also 14, but your actual one is 21. So I think that you're a bit late on submitting your performance. So that's the reason why I will give only 7.
Well, for the difference in the process time, it was because of the external factor. You know that we have to bring English teacher coming from other places to Vietnam and offer them a job, right? However, due to COVID-19 and the pandemic, the legating process, including visa application form and other things, have been prolonged. So it makes us have to delay our process time to find a suitable candidate for our partner. That's why we have been delayed for 1 week. But I will try my best to improve in the process time to make it better and meet the requirement.
Okay, I understand. Alright, so moving on to the next question that we have discussed, that you gave yourself a 9. You gave yourself only 5, that you are aware of your teams and also the progress for the team. So what did you rate it so well?
It was because sometimes I just know only about my team, what are we doing, and how what would be our next step to achieve our goal. But sometimes we just don't know whether what other teams in our function are doing, or whether the performance are good or bad. So that is why I just only give 5. Yeah.
But I think that you keep pretty good track on your own team, but you also know a timeline for other teams. So I think that is really a good process, and you're doing really well. So I think that you're doing well, and I mark you 8. And I also want to ask more about internal management. So about how you rank your function connection. And I think that you ranked it quite good, and please give me the reason why that you ranked it only 7.
For the function connections, I would say that I prefer working with my team more,
Yes.
and because we only have weekly functional meeting. So that is the time where we can keep up and update about what's going on with our team and other team. But besides working, we don't actually have many time to sit together and have more conversation, have more personal conversations to know member from other teams. So that is why I would love to have like a functional days where we can know each other. So that's why I only give 7 instead of high score.
Yes. Okay, thank you. And in the core competencies part, I see that there is 3 differences. So the first of all is in the change risk management. So why did you rate it yourself a 7, 9?
Yes, like I am aware of the changes. After the COVID-19 and the pandemic, there have a lot of change in the legal system and also the legal procedure related to the visa process and the work permit process of our exchange participant, our English teachers. And I'm also aware of the risks that are associated with those changes, such as the prolonged time or prolonged waiting time or something like that. However, I can foresee it, but I don't actually have a plan for it, and I only wait for it to happen, and then I just try to solve the problem one by one, but not like have a plan for the whole risk management. So that is the reason why I think that I could do.
I think that you did really well when you are making some adjustments, and also you are, I mean, your solution is quite good, and it really fits that situation, and the results that it bring out is really good, really well. And I think that I will mark you 8 in this because of your resolution, but overall the result is really good. Okay, so moving on that, I can see the differences in legality understanding. So I think that because of some lawsuits that recently we are facing, and like the law changed rapidly and it can be outdated. So I can tell that you and I are rated quite low. So we might have some more legal training in the next few years.
I see.
Okay, so let's move on to the data analyzing skills. So why did you rate it yourself 8 at this skill?
It was because that the data, because I built my own working space where I can keep track of our progress and the task fulfillment of my member. So I can easily gather data. And I also maybe it is the good point of previous phases that team leader they have stored the materials and also other data related to our current partner and also ex-partner, so I can reuse this and build up more insightful data and analysis. So that is why I would love to give an 8.
Yes, I think your data analyzing skill, it needs to be more accurate. Like the data needs to be more accurate and more reliable, because you're using a little bit more, more tend to use more in secondary data, but we want to focus more on the primary one.
I see.
Yes. So in ownership, that I can tell there's also a difference. And what did you rate yourself 7?
Yes, I know that I am responsible and I am in charge of what I'm doing and my duties according to the JDJS that we have provided at the beginning of our phases. However, because of the hectic schedule of our function, so sometimes the result was delayed, and it's supposed to be accomplished in April, but then I can only complete it in May or maybe at the beginning of June. So that is why I think that even though I still know what I'm doing, but I still have to adjust about my time management and how to try to my best to deliver the result on time.
Yes. So there's a thing that the ownership it is not an urgent, and but your late submission does not make causing many consequences and to our company. However, your quality on your data has made this outstanding, and we are really appreciating the data that. So I think that this task you deserve to have an 8, even though that you have late submission.
I see.
Okay. So in personal development, in your strategic thinking skill, please give me the reason and your rating.
Well, like I said, because I can foresee the risks that related to our job and our services. So, however, I did not have any action step toward the risk associated with the job. So I only wait until it's happened to give my problem and to give out my solution to the problems. However, I think that even though the solution is not the best at that time, but I still think it's pretty good to solve the problem. So yeah, that's why I give quite a high score for the strategic thinkings. And moreover, I also receive feedback from my teammate about how I solve the problem. So I think that it deserves a high score.
Okay. So your solution is really well adjusted, and you can solve the problem. However, it is also a service solution, also in the surface, and we need to have some more in-depth information, and also some in-depth analysis. So that is what we're looking for. So in this part, I can only rate you 6, but in career, so did you have you feel pleased, and have you agree on what remark I gave to you?
Yes, yes, I agree with it. Like it's insightful, and it's also give me like sometimes I just doubt myself and give myself a quite low grade. But then with all your feedback and also your give out the recommendation, so I think I agree with everything you said so far.
Yes. So I'm going to evaluate you a little bit on your area of excellence. And so, okay, I'm going to give you some further evaluation. So it's surprisingly that you overachieve goals, that you achieved it 5 more than 5 opens for the available positions. So how do you feel when you actually achieve that outstanding goal?
Well, actually, I feel lucky at first because this is the effort not only me but also my predecessor because she's my older teammate. She's have helped me to set up the meeting with a partner, and also we have maintained a very good relationship with her. We also can satisfy the demand that she asked for. So that is why I think that it's not only my effort but also the whole team effort to make it work and to achieve such an outstanding result like that.
Yes, that is really good. I'm so happy to hear that. And also I have another question. Why did you rate it your NPS 60%?
Yes, I know, but here's the things. Sometimes you are too busy with your own schedule and your own schoolwork, so sometimes we cannot find you when we are in trouble, and we try to solve things out by ourselves more while we really need a consultations.
Yes.
That's the very first thing. And the other thing that I think that I made is very clear here is that because you know that the functional connections is quite low, right? We don't have time or space to like open up and share about our personal stories and personal stuff, and as well as our development plan. So that is why it's really hard for us to share for you, because I still feel there is some distance between us. So that's why I just give you a 60%. But I hope that in the future we can together improve it, and I would think that the number will change in the future.
Yes, I'm really happy to hear some feedbacks from you guys, and I would definitely improve that in the future. So yeah, that's it about our self-evaluation. So let's move on to the actual evaluation on our performance. So how did you give yourself in? And last but not least, I also want to help you that you need to consider to work for like 6 more months, so that we can help you to consider a better promotion in the future. So please keep considering that.
Okay, I see. Can I ask a questions for the regular space for asking you if there's any like kind of procedure or process to approach you, because your timeline is very busy.
I will send you guys my timeline for the next week and also the next month, so that you can choose a suitable day for you and also for me, so that I can meet you in person for more discussion. Okay, is that okay?
Okay, it sounds good to me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all about it. I don't think I have any questions, and I'm really appreciate for your feedback about what went well and what I can better. Yes. So thank you so much.
And also thank you so much for joining me for this evaluation day. So you did really well, and I really hope that you can achieve what you want in the future.
Thank you.